Okay, I just got a computer talk to me. Here's a song I recorded with a lass who lived in London quite a while named Jeanne Ridpath. It's an American. Maybe somebody here knows the history of this song. Brightly beams our Father's mercy from the lighthouse evermore, but to us He gives the keeping of the lights along the shore. Let the low lights be burning, send a gleam across the waves. Some poor fainting, struggling seaman you may rescue, you may save. Dark the night of sin has settled, loud the angry billows roll. Eager eyes are watching, longing for the lights along the shore. Let the lower lights be burning, send a gleam across struggling seaman you may rescue, you may save. Trim thy feeble lamp, my brother, some poor sailor's tempest-tossed, trying hard to make the harbor, in the darkness may be lost. Let the lower lights be burning, send a gleam across. Some poor fainting, struggling seaman you may rescue, you may save. Let the lower lights be burning, send a gleam across the waves. Some poor fainting, struggling seaman you may rescue, you may save. Be good now.
A word of both warning and encouragement, I think. So thanks, Riggy, for getting us started. Over now to Steve Andisaw and his rabbit, and after them, or him really, could we have Jeanne and Phil Revnell, please?
I'm Steve and his tadpole tonight. Here's a song about love and farmyard animals, which is written by James Bland, who I think is the same James Bland who wrote Oh Dem Golden Slippers. Tadpole agrees. When first I come to Yorkshire, not many years ago, I met with a little Yorkshire girl, I love yous all to know. She was so bright, so buxom, so beautiful and gay. Now listen while I tell you what her daddy used to say. Treat me daughter decent, don't do her any harm. And when I die I'll leave you both me tiny little farm. Me cow, me pig, me sheep, me goat, me stock, me fields and barn, and all the little chickens in the garden. When first I come to court the girl, she was so awful shy. She never said a blooming word while other folks stood by. But as soon as we were on our own, she made me name the day. Listen while I tell you what her daddy used to say. Treat me daughter decent, don't do her any harm. And when I die, I'll leave you both me tiny little farm. Me cow, me pig, me sheep, me goat, me stock, me fields and barn, and all the little chickens in the garden. And so I wed me Yorkshire girl, so pleasing to me mind. I always did prove true to her, and she's proved true and kind. We've had 3 bairns, they're grown up now, with grandbairn on the way. And when I look into their eyes, I can hear her daddy say, treat me daughter decent, don't do her any harm. And when I die, I'll leave you both me tiny little farm. Me cow, me pig, me sheep, me goat, me stock, me fields and barn, and all the little chickens in the garden. Ta.
I don't really know what just happened there, but I enjoyed it. Thanks, Steve. Okay, over to Jeanne and Phil, and then Steve Suffet. Can't hear you there.
Right, sorry.
Okay.
Right,
Good.
okey-doke.
This is a jolly little song about domestic violence. It's called the Sandgate Girls' Lament.
I was the young maid truly, and I lived in Sandgate Street. I thought I'd marry a good man to keep me warm and neat. He's an ugly body, a bubbly body, an ill-fed hideous loon. Since I married a gay man, all my good days are done. I thought I'd marry a parson to help me say me prayers, but I have married a gay man and he kicks me down the stairs. It's an ugly body, a bubbly body, an ill-fed hideous loon. Since I married a gay man, all my good days are done. I thought I'd marry a joiner to make me chair and stool, but I have married a gay man and he's a perfect fool. He's an ugly body, a bubbly body, an ill-fed hideous loon. Since I married a gay man, all my good days are done. I thought I'd marry a dyer to dye me aprons new, but I have married a gay man and it's me that's black and blue. He's an ugly body, a bubbly body, an ill-fed hideous loon. Since I married a gay man, all my good days are done. I thought I'd marry a sailor to bring me sugar and tea, but I have married a gay man and that he lets me see. He's an ugly body, a bubbly body, an ill-fed hideous loon. Oh, since I married a gay man, all my good days are done. He's an ugly body, a bubbly body, an ill-fed hideous loon. Since I married a gay man, all my good days are done.
It's odd how many cheerful songs there are about domestic violence, aren't there? Okay, thank you for that. Over now to Steve, and then could we have Charles West, please?
I have unmuted. Go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Oh, well, well, well. Go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. Old Hannah is the sun, so you could sing along with me. Just think of yourself being on a prison farm around 1900. Go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. I'll go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. You should have been here in 1901. Oh, well, well, well. They were working the convicts from the sun to the sun. Well, well, well. I looked at old Hannah and old Hannah was red. Well, well, well. I looked at my buddy and my buddy, he was dead. Oh, well, well, well. Help me now, ready? I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. I go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. Now if I had known that the captain he was blind, well, 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 I would have been running for the Mexico line. Well, well, well. You should have been here in 1904. Oh, well, well, well. There's a dead man a lying at the end of each row. Well, well, well. You should have been here in 1909. Well, well, well. They was working the convicts in the turpentine pine. Well, well, well. Ready? I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. And you should have been here in 1910. Oh, well, well, oh, well. They was working the women like they's working the men. Oh, well, well, well. Here we go. I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. One last time quietly. Go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. I said, go down, Hannah, don't you rise no more. Well, well, well. Go down, Hannah, traditional African American, early 20th century.
Great harmonies on the chorus there. Almost anything fits. You can do any note and it fits brilliantly as a harmony. Okay, Charles, it's over to you now, and then could we hear from Tara, please?
Okay. Well, I'm going to stick with the theme I started last week because it was Bobby Zimmerman's birthday yesterday, and I'm sort of big on Dylan songs. So this is one that that comes back from the early days when he used to hang about with John Baez, and I think that's where this comes from. I've got a buzz in this system. Anyway, if it gets bad, interrupt me. Down the street to Dodger, and the days are getting dark. As the night comes and the fall, the dogs lose their bark, and the silent night will shatter from sounds inside my mind. I'm one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. From the crossroads, my doorstep, my eyes they start to fade. And where my loving I have laid, and I gaze back to the street, the sidewalk and the sign. There's been too many It's a restless, hungry feeling, won't be no one no good. When anything I'm saying can say just as good. You're right from your side, I'm right from mine. We're both too many mornings and 1,000 miles.
In the valley by the side of a grove.
Had lots of weekend for you.
Lovely as ever, Charles. Tara, it's over to you now, and then let us hear from Graham Baldwin.
Hiya. It was my birthday yesterday, and my dad got me the CD, this CD called The Seeds of Love, which some of you probably know. And it's really weird listening to it because it's all, like, I know nearly all the songs on it, except that they're singing them except they're folk songs, but they're like sang with like church arrangements, like really churchy. So instead of like, oh, where have you been to? You know, it's like, oh, where have you been to, Lord Randall, my son? Instead of, oh, where have you been to, Lord Randall, my son? And I thought, well, if they can do churchy arrangements of folky songs, then I can kind of, this is Sharp's Anything Goes. I'm going to do a talking blues. Do you remember Casper? Casper Cronk used to come along and do talking blues sometimes, and sometimes play the saw. Well, this is a talking blues I think he must have done a couple of times, and I just really love. And I'm going to try and do it in Cockney. So here we go. And it's by Carson Robinson, is that right? Or Robison or something like that. Anyway, I'll write it down in the blah blah next door when I find out exactly what it's called. So here we go. Let's have a go at it. So the sun comes up and the sun goes down. The hands on the clock keep going round and round and round. I just got up and it's time to lay down. Life gets kind of tedious, don't it? My shoes are untied and I don't care. I ain't figuring on going nowhere anyway. I'd have to wash and comb my hair and I just can't be bothered. Water in the well's getting lower and lower. I ain't had a bath for a month or more, but I've heard it said, and I'm sure it's true, that bathing can weaken a man. I open the door, a fly swarm in, I close it, I get all sweaty again, and on the way I bang my shin. just one darn thing after another. Now, there's a great big hole in the larder door. The mice have been nibbling for a month or more, and when they get in there, they're going to be sore because the darn thing's empty. The hound dog outside has been yowling and yowling in the yard. Stupidest lazy bastard. He's howling because he's sat on a form, but he just can't be bothered to get off it. Well, my tin roof leaks and my chimney leans, and there's a great big hole in the seat of me pair of jeans. And I've just had the last of my pork and beans. I don't know, you just can't depend on nothing these days. The cow's gone dry and the hens won't lay. And the fish, well, they stopped biting last Saturday. My trouble's been piling up day by day, and now I'm getting dandruff. Grief and misery, pains and woes, and debts and taxes, and so it goes. And now I think I'm getting a cold in the nose because life's getting kind of tasteless, isn't it? Thank you.
You never know what you're going to hear from Tara or anyone else in this club.
That's great.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Graham, it's your turn now, and then David Kidman. And yeah, I forgot to say, please do remember to put the name of your song or whatever the thing was that you did in the chat for everyone to see. Okay, over to you, Graham, now.
Well, hello, everybody. Last weekend was Whitsun, which, and of course, next weekend is the spring bank holiday for you guys in the UK, right? Which is the time when Morris dancing takes place in Bampton, Oxfordshire. So I'm going to sing a song to a tune from Bampton in Oxfordshire. The song goes back to 1895. I think that was when it was first noted down. And it was, I think it was first recorded by a bloke called Cyril Poacher in the early 1950s. And as I say, the tune is from Bampton in Oxfordshire. So here we go. Oops, get this going. Come all you jovial fellows, come listen to me song. It is a little ditty, and it won't contain you long. It's of a fair young damsel, she lived down in Kent. Arose one summer's morning, and she a nutting went. With my fellow to me Revnell, whack for the dear old day. And what few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away. Now of a brisk young ploughboy was a ploughing of his land. He called them to his horses to bid them gently stand. And as he sat upon his plough for a song to sing, his voice was so melodious, made the valleys ring. With my fellow to me Revnell, whack for the dear old day. And what few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away. Now there was a fair young damsel, was nutting in the wood. The ploughboy sang melodious, it charmed her as she stood. She could no longer stay, and what few nuts she had, poor girl, she threw them all away. With my fellow to me Revnell, whack for the dear old day. And what few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away. Well, she came up to the ploughboy as he sat on his plough. Said she, young man, I really feel I cannot tell you how. So he took her to some shady room, there he laid her down. Said she, young man, I think I feel the world go round and round. With my fellow to me Revnell, whack for the dear old day. And what few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away. So come on, you young women, this warning by me take. If you should a nutting go, don't stay out too late. For if you should stay too late for to hear the ploughboy sing, you might have a young farmer to nurse up in the spring. With my fellow to me Revnell, whack for the dear old day. And what few nuts that poor girl had, she threw them all away.
Hey,
Great.
it's really
Really good.
good.
Well, you had the audience up on their feet, Graham. At least you had Steve going, which is always a good sign. Okay, David Kidman next, and then Bob Askew, please.
Hey, that was so cheerful. I suppose my intro line will have to be, this will be nothing like that. Ha, ha. Well, you fed that to me, didn't you, Graham? That was brilliant. Yes, it was going to be a Bob Dylan song, but it ain't now, because I've remembered that there's another anniversary to celebrate or commemorate, and that is the 80th anniversary of the sinking of HMS Hood in 24th of May 1941 by the Bismarck. And this is a song written to actually from the point of view of the final survivor of the only three that survived, a man named Ted Briggs, who was at the time a signalman on the ship. So this is Ted Briggs' Lament for HMS Hood. Deadly was the shell that blew her straight to hell. Deathly was the fate that doomed my many mates. Long has she been by human eyes unseen. Now I stand alone above their peaceful bones. The mighty Hood stood out, from Scapa we were steaming, our enemy for to meet, our battle ensign streaming. We've 1,400 men, her massive guns attending. We've 1,400 men, on armor plate depending. The mighty Hood ploughed on, her bows the waves were parting. To Denmark straight we came, just as new day was dawning. Then a fearful flash rent her bulk asunder, and pointing to the sky, her bows the waves slid under. For deadly was the shell that blew her straight to hell. Deathly was the fate that doomed my many mates. Long has she been by human eyes unseen, but now I stand alone above their peaceful bones. The mighty Hood had gone, her death pyre rising higher. The mighty Hood had gone, the pride of all who served her. Our number now but 3 on cold Atlantic water. Our number now but 3 beseeched the sea give quarter. For the mighty Hood's at rest, 3 miles beneath our deck, less mighty than she was, a dark and silent wreck. Our number now but one, Ted Briggs, it is my name. Soon the day will dawn, when with death my own peace I'll gain. For deadly was the shell that blew her straight to hell. Deathly was the fate that doomed my many mates. Long has she been by human eyes unseen. Now I stand alone above their peaceful bones. Yes, now I stand alone above their peaceful bones. Song by David Edmondson, the tune by Lynne Edmond.
Thanks, David, and a very good backdrop you have there. You've planned this, haven't you? Okay, Bob Askew is next, and after Bob, could we have Tim Radford? Bob? Come in, Bob? Are you here?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
Oh,
now.
sorry, it needs unmuting, doesn't it?
Yes.
I was just saying thanks to David. It was really lovely song. It was great to hear. The Hood was a Portsmouth ship, and I'm normally just a few miles from Portsmouth. And there's this village called Wickham where there's lots of weeping and wailing and such with the married quarters there. Anyway, locally, Hampshire. I want to do a Hampshire song, and I'm going to do 17 Come Sunday because it mentions May, and the weather forecast says it's going to get a little better. This I might have convoluted several Hampshire versions collected by George Gardiner, but the important words are from George Hiscock and the New Forest. As I walked out one May morning so early, there I spied a fair pretty maid, just as the sun was rising. Her shoes was bright, her stockings white, her buckles shone like silver. She had a dark and a rolling eye, and her hair hung down her shoulder. Where are you going, my fair pretty maid? Where are you going, my honey? She answered me most joyfully, on an errand for my mummy. Will you take a man, my fair pretty maid? Will you take a man, my honey? She answered me most joyfully, I daren't for my mummy. But if you come unto my mummy's house, and the moon shines bright and clearly, I'll come down and let you in, and my mummy will not hear me. So I came unto her mummy's house, when the moon shone bright and clearly. She came down and let me in. I lay in her arms till morning. Oh, soldier, will you marry me? The time is now or never, For if you will not marry me, I am undone forever. So now she is a soldier's wife, with the wars they are alarming. The fife and drum is her delight, and a pint of rum in the morning. 17 comes.
Thank you, Bob. A pint of rum in the morning is maybe a bit too much, to be honest, but half a pint would be fine. Okay, Tim Radford now, and then John White, please, after Tim.
Well, I am going to follow my old mate with another Hampshire song. I learned this song from Frank Perslow's Wanton Seed many years ago. Before we knew, I'm one of the people that before we knew that there were conflated versions of songs in Frank's wonderful productions, and this is one of them. It's about one of the most well-known ladies of folk music, Nancy, and it's called Nancy, from the singing of Garratt of Petersfield and George Blake's brother in Emery Down. Anyway, it's called Nancy. Shut up talking and sing, Radford. 'Twas down in the valley by the side of a grove, by a clear crystal fountain I saw my true love. When flowers they were springing, young lambs they were a-playing. 'Twas down along the banks where seed violets do grow. The first time I saw my love, she did my heart surprise, with the blooming of her cheeks and the sparkling of her eyes. Young Cupid so cruelly directed a pointed dart, and the loss of young Nancy hath wounded my heart. Bring me pen, ink, and paper, that I may go and write to my own dearest Nancy, my joy and heart's delight. Young Nancy is so charming, most beautiful and fair. There's no one in this country can with my love compare. The birds in the branches are blessed with their mates. The dove, she is mourning for my unhappy fate. The lark, she is mounting all in the high lofty air, to bring me glad tidings of Nancy, my dear. So now in these torments I'm forced to remain, like a thief that is fettered and bound in some chains. No peace, night or day, can my heart ever find, for the loss of young Nancy hath troubled my mind. Fare you well, my dearest Nancy, since parted we must be. I am off to yon green mountain, where no one shall see me, where the rocks they shall hide me, and bring me to my grave. Fare you well, my dearest Nancy, since you I cannot have. Nancy.
Thanks, Tim. That was rousing, but melancholy in the kind of at the same time. So well done. Okay, John White, it's over to you, and we can see you, so don't move too far from where you are. And after John, Mick and Nora, please.
Songs from two of our American friends. One, the title of one was 1776, when of course we British were flung out on from the from what became the United States. And the other song this lady sang was a song in praise of the state of Virginia. And here's a song which I'm going to sing now, which is from our English tradition, from about 1750, I suppose, called Virginia Lags, L-A-G-S. I think most people know that it's a colloquial term for a convict, but interesting in this song, it's also used as a verb. There's a little refrain that goes, when we get lagged to Virginny. Come all you young fellas, where'er you may be, come listen a while and I'll tell ye concerning the hardships that we undergo when we get lagged to Virginny. Such clever young fellows myself I have seen, like scarecrows are dragging their chains on the green, those hard-hearted judges so cruel have been, to lag us poor lads to Virginny. When I was apprentice in fair London town, many hours I worked duly and truly, till buxom young lasses they led me astray. Me work I neglected more every day, and to maintain 'em went on the highway. By that I got lagged to Virginny. When we got to Virginny, that famous old town, the place that is so much admired, there the captain did stand with a stick in his hand, and I with a heart full of sorrow did stand, with tears in my eyes in that damp foreign land. I was sold for a slave in Virginny. Back home in old England, I could live at my ease, rest me bones in a gown of soft feathers, with the jug in me hand and the girl on me knees. I thought myself fit for all weathers. But here in Virginny, I lie like a hog. Me pillow at night is a brick or a log. We scratch for our victuals like some hungry dog in this damnable land called Virginny. Old England, I'll never see more. If I do, it's 10,000 to 20. Me bones, they are rotten, me bucket is sore. I'm burned up with fever, I live at death's door. But if I should live to see 7 years more, then I'll bid adieu to Virginny. Virginia Lakes.
John. Well sung, John. Good on you.
Fine song, finely done, John. Thank you. Okay, Mick and Nora, what have you got for us? And after you, it will be Martin Neal.
Okay. I'm going to sing tonight, and that's not all that usual because I prefer to sing harmonies to Mick's songs or accompany him. This time he's going to accompany me. In Romford Folk Club, they used to, if I break into songs, very often it's in Spanish. I was born in South America and still remember a few of my childhood songs from then. This one's from Chile, and it's a song about an embroidered tablecloth, embroidered by the mother of the songwriter. A bit of a tearjerker, but typical South American song, a tearjerker, but to a jingly tune. Mantelito blanco de la humilde mesa en que compartimos el pan familiar. Mantelito blanco hecho por mi madre en horas de invierno de nunca acabar. Mantelito blanco de la humilde mesa en que compartimos pan familiar. y nunca acaban. Tienen sus dibujos, figuras pequeñas, avecitas locas que quieren volar. Las mandó mi madre en aquellas noches que junto a mi cama me enseñó a rezar. Tienen sus dibujos, figuras pequeñas, avecitas locas que quieren volar. Las guardó mi madre en aquellas noches que junto a mi cama me enseñó a rezar. Hay 2 letras grandes en el mantelito, letras veneradas que me hacen llorar. Son las iniciales de mis 2 viejitos, ausentes por siempre y jamás. Hay 2 letras grandes en el mantelito, letras veneradas que me hacen llorar. Son las iniciales de mis 2 viejitos, ausentes por siempre y jamás. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that was our first foreign language song of the evening. Someone will usually correct me at this stage, but yeah, nice, very authentic there. Okay, over now to Martin Neil and then Pete and Maggie, please.
Once I've got to get pitch this one right because it goes up awfully high, so I have to start it awfully low. Once I rolled out on a bright summer's day. The fields were in blossom, the meadows all gay. I spied a wee lassie sitting on the yon green, and I took her for Helen, that Grecian queen, that Grecian queen, that Grecian queen. And I took her for Helen, that Grecian queen. She's admired by others, I know them right well. Every morning for to view the sweet spot where she dwells, beneath the hot dawn at the top of yon hill. May she never marry, but think on me still. But think on me still, but think on me still. May she never marry, but think on me still. Oh, me parents died on me, and it's all for their sake. And it oft times it causes my heart to break. And the more I think on them, all the more I will say, there is no one will be mine but the wee lass on the brae, the wee lass on the brae, the wee lass on the brae. There is no one will be mine but the wee lass on the brae. Oh, faith, there's a decline in yon far off sky, and it's straight to my darling, like lightning I'll fly. If the night was as long as a long summer's day, I would cheerfully sit with the wee lass on the brae, the wee lass on the brae, the wee lass on the brae. I would cheerfully sit with the wee lass on the brae. Oh, it's fare you well, darling, I love you the best. and may you be happy, and may you be blessed, and may you think on me when I'm far away. For there's no one will be mine but the wee lass on the brae, the wee lass on the brae, the wee lass on the brae. There is no one will be mine but the wee lass on the brae.
En la querida, sabiendo que yo te quiero y yo me.
I think we're getting a sneak preview from somebody there. But yeah, thank you, Martin. Again, very rousing. Good stuff. Okay, Pete and Maggie now, and then Kathy Dent.
Well, we got a tune, and it's Captain Taylor's March, which we learned from the playing of the wonderful Packy Menace Byrne, for those who remember him. He thought it was all over at 3, but we wanted to see Steve. I'm pleased we were on the same screen as you.
And he was indeed dancing, so
Amanda, we can't hear you.
Could you hear any of that at all? Oh, okay, that was great. It's Kathy next, and then Mick Elfred after Kathy.
Okay, you'd be glad to know that I've finished my collection of May Day carols, but it's still May, so it's just so difficult in the folk canon to find anything else that mentions May. But I had a good old dig around and I've come up with this one. The words are, you have to remember, the words are not the sentiments of the singer. They are merely the words that the writer of the song overheard. As I walked out one May morning to view the fields and the leaves are springing. I spied two maidens standing by, and one of them her hands was wringing. Oh dear, oh dear, oh, my husband's got no courage in him. Oh dear, oh, all sorts of victuals I do provide, all sorts of meat that's fitting for him, oyster pie and rhubarb too, but nothing will put courage in him. Oh dear, oh dear, oh, my husband's got no courage in him. Oh dear, oh, my husband, he can caper and sing and do anything that's fitting for him, but he cannot do the thing I want because he has no courage in him. Oh dear, oh dear, oh, my husband's got no courage in him. Oh dear, oh, my husband's admired wherever he goes. Everyone looks well upon him, with his handsome features and well-shaped leg. But still he has no courage in him. Oh dear, oh dear, oh, my husband has no courage in him. Oh dear, oh. It's every night we goes to bed, I lie and I throw my leg right o'er him, and my hand I clap between his thighs, but nothing will put courage in him. Oh dear, oh dear, oh, my husband's got no courage in him. Oh dear, oh. It's 7 long years I've made his bed. It's always 7 years, isn't it? And every night I've lain beside him. But this morning I woke with my maiden head, for still he has no courage in him. Oh dear, oh dear, oh, my husband's got no courage in him. Oh dear, oh, I wish my husband he would die, and in his grave I'd quickly bury him, and then I'd take another one that's got a bit of courage in him. Oh dear, oh dear, oh, my husband's got no courage in him. Oh dear, oh.
One more. Maybe I'll get my dream team now.
Oh, has she not heard of Viagra? For goodness sake. That would have sorted him out. Anyway, Mick Helfred, it's over to you to restore some what's the word? Culture or whatever. And I'll sing after Mick.
All right, you clearly don't know me very well.
I can't hear you very well either. Have you been muted by accident? Are you still with us? Hello, Mick? Can anyone see Mick?
It's frozen.
Yeah, I froze up.
Something's going badly wrong here.
He froze and then he disappeared. Yeah.
Right, he definitely disappeared. Okay, in that case, I'll sing and hopefully we'll get Mick back at some point, and he can sing. But in the meantime, Simon, if you could go after me, that would be great. And I'm going to sing something. I don't think I've sung this at Sharps in Isolation. I'm not sure. I haven't sung it for ages anyway, as far as I remember. So Jamie Foyer's, which was a traditional song rewritten by Ewan MacColl for the times of the Spanish Civil War. Far distant lies Foyers the brave, nae tombstone memorial shall hallow his grave. His bones he lies. I've completely forgotten the song. I haven't rehearsed it. Do you know what? Forget it. I'm going to come back to that. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that. So in that case, it's Simon, and hopefully, well, actually, we'll give Mick a bit of time to come back. So Simon and then Paul Steele after Simon. And unfortunately, it takes too long to edit things out on the video. So that'll stay in. Anyway, over to you, Simon.
This is a piece called "I'm Simply Wild About My Good Cocaine," and it comes from Luke Jordan, I think. But the guitar part comes from my hero, who was Gary Davis, and it's based on a piece that he played, which was called, this is a complicated name, it was called "The Boy Was Playing the Guitar and Kissing the Girl at the Same Time." And he called it that because he had a very powerful left hand. He used to do solos with his left hand, and he would try and persuade a woman to sit next to him and put his arm around her and kiss her while he was doing the solo. The last time I saw him, I have to say, he was 70 years old and, amongst other things, had no teeth, and it had become difficult for him to persuade somebody to sit next to him and get a sort of gumming halfway through the song. But he had fantastic stagecraft. He used to say, I went to my doctor last week. Doctor said, "You ain't looking good." I said, "Tell me what's the matter with me, doctor." He said, "Well, when's the last time you hugged a decent woman?" And I said, "Don't ask me that, doc. I ain't hugged a woman in about 10 years. He said, 10 years? Good God, you're dead already. I said, "Don't tell me that, doc. I don't want to die." And then he'd look out to the audience and be a dramatic pause, and he'd say, "Y'all gonna sit there and watch me die?" And somebody would take pity on him. And he always managed it. Anyway. Gal, don't take me for no fool, but I ain't gonna quit you, pretty mama, while the weather is cool. Hey, round your back door, honey, I'm bound to creep, just as long as you bring me 2.5 a week. I've got a girl, she works in the rich folks' yard. Well, she brings me meal and she brings me lard. She brings me lard. Honey, she brings me meal. Yeah, she brings me everything, baby, that a girl can steal. All the vaudeville circus that came to town had attended was nice and brown. Didn't know it was against the law for the monkey to stop at a 5-cent store. Just around the corner, minute too late, another one standing at the big front gate. I'm simply wild about my good cocaine. I call my Cora. Come with a nose all sore. The doctor said you won't smell no more. Run, doctor, ring the bell. The women in the LA. I'm simply wild about my good cocaine. furniture man came to my house late last Sunday noon. He asked me, is your wife at home? And I said, she's long been gone. He backed his wagon up to my door, took everything I had, and he loaded it back in the furniture van. Honey, I did feel sad. What in the world has any man got messing with a furniture man? Well, if you got no dough, that's for sure, your furniture's back in his van. He'll take everything from an honest man, from a skillet to a frying pan. If there ever was a devil without any horn, must have been the furniture man. I call my Cora. Hey, hey, here she come with her nose all sore. The doctor said she won't smell no more. Ring, doctor, ring the bell. Living in the LA, I'm simply wild. Got my good cocaine. All the babies in the cradle in New Orleans. Doctor kept her with until the baby got mean. Kept her with until the baby got sore. The doctor said she won't smell no more. Run, doctor, ring the bell. The women in the alley are raising hell. And I'm simply wild. Got my good cocaine.
Simon. Great picking, Simon.
Brilliant.
Very done, mate.
What he's drinking.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Great stuff. Okay, totally mixed up now. I called Paul Steele, didn't I? So, Paul, you're on next. And then I see that we have Mick back under a different name. So, we'll have Paul and then Mick.
Yeah, sorry, Steve. This one we want to dance to. It's another birthday song. Nobody feels any pain tonight as I stand inside the rain. Everybody knows the baby's got new clothes, but lately I see her ribbons and her bow falling from her curl. She takes just like a woman, and she aches just like a woman, and she makes love just like a woman. Yeah, but she breaks. She breaks. She breaks. Just like a little girl. She's my friend. Yes, I believe I'll go see her again. Nobody has to guess that the baby can't be blessed till she sees finally she's just like all the rest. With her fog, with her amphetamines and her pearls, she takes just like a woman, and she aches just like a woman, she makes love just like a woman. Yeah, but she breaks. She breaks. She breaks. Just like a little girl. Well, it was raining from the first, and I was dying there of thirst. So I came in here, and your long time curse hurts, but what's worse is this pain in here. I can't stay in here. Ain't it clear? That I just don't fit. Yes, I believe it's time for us to quit. And when we meet again, introduced as friends, please don't let on that you knew me when I was hungry and it was your world. You fake just like a woman. You ache just like a woman. And you make love just like a woman. Yeah, but you break. You break. You break, you break, you break, you break, you break. You break, you break, you break, you break, you break. You break, you break, you break, you break, you break. Just like a little girl.
Better than Dylan.
Not one we hear often in folk clubs. Thanks for bringing that, Paul. Okay, over to Mick now. Mick, I don't know where you've been, but it's good to have you back. So I'm going to try my song after Mick, but I'm not convinced it's going to work this evening. So anyway, over to you, Mick.
Yeah, I could do a song. It comes from Northern Ireland, and it's to do with the weaving trade, and it's called Doffin Mistress. And doffers were young children that worked in the mills, and they used them because they were nimble, who can run in between the machinery, and they got nimble fingers for changing the spools, and they were looked after by doffing mistresses. They didn't work all the time, they ran in and did their bit and ran out, and the doffing mistresses used to look after them. And this is a very unusual song because their doffing mistress in this song gets sacked, and the kids go on strike till she comes back again. So interesting song. as we have got. Elsie Thompson, it is her name, and she keeps her doffers at every frame. Lad me right foul down, lad me right foul die. Oh, every morning when she comes in, she hangs her coat on the highest pin, turns around for to view her frames, crying, damn you doffers, tie up your ends. Lad me right foul down, lad me right foul die. Oh, then our boss, he comes in at last. Oh, his legs are bowed like an old jackass. Sticks his head all around the door. Tie your ends up, doffers, he do roar. Lad me right foul down, lad me right foul die. Oh, tie our ends up, we surely do, for Elsie Thompson, but not for you. We'll tie our ends up and leave our frames, and we'll wait for Elsie to return again. Lad me right foul down, lad me right foul die. Mistress we have got. Elsie Thompson, it is her name, and she keeps her doffers at every frame. Lad me right foul down, lad me right foul die. Lad me right foul down, lad me right foul die. Here we go, doffing machine.
Really.
Thanks, Mick. Glad we got you back, and yeah, we've had some great accompaniments this evening as well as songs. So that was another one. Okay, I'm going to attempt to sing now, and after me, if Tom Reed could clear up the mess, that would be great. So I've already introduced this song about the Spanish Civil War. Far distant lies Foyers the brave, nae tombstone memorial shall hallow his grave. His bones they lie scattered o'er the rude soil of Spain, for young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. He is gone frae the shipyard that stands by the Clyde. His hammer lies idle, his tools laid aside. To the fiery Brew River young Foyers has gane, to fight at the side of the people of Spain. There was never his equal at work or at play. He was strong in the Union until his dying day. He was grand at the football, at the dancing he was braw. Aye, young Jamie Foyers was the floor o' them all. He came in frae the shipyard, took off his working claes. I mind the time wheel in the lang summer days. He says, think weel on me, lassie, I'll come back again. But young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. At the fight for Balchita he was aye to the fore, and he fought at Andisaw till he couldna fight more. He lay o'er his machine gun wi' a bullet in his brain, and young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. Far distant lies Foyers the brave, nae tombstone memorial shall hallow his grave. Remember young Foyers and others o' worth, and don't let one fascist remain on this earth. Thank you. So, Tom, it's up to you to close the first half. And I just wanted to say there's a couple of singers, 2 or 3 singers who have not yet put their hands up this evening. So please indicate somehow if you want to sing. Let me know. All right. So it will be over to Tom, and then we'll have parish notices and then a short break. What have you got for us, Tom?
Thank you, Amanda. Well, it's the great Nobel laureate's birthday, so how could I resist doing a Dylan song? But then I decided not to, because I shy to singing Dylan. So I thought I'd invite Dylan himself along to sing for us, and luckily he agreed. So here's Mr. Bob Dylan. I've seen love go by my door, it's never been this close before. Never been so easy or so slow. I've been shooting in the dark too long. When something's not right, it's wrong. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Dragging clouds so high above, I've only known careless love. It always hits me from below. This time round it's more correct, right on target, so direct. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Purple clover, queen and lace, crimson hair all across your face. You can make me cry if you don't know. I can't remember what I was thinking of. You might be spoiling me too much love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Flowers on the hillside blooming crazy. Crickets talking back and forth in rhyme. Blue rivers running slow and lazy. I could stay with you forever and never realize the time. Situations have ended sad, relationships have all been bad. Mine have been like Verlaine's and Rambo. There's no way I can compare all those scenes to this affair. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm doing, staying far behind without you. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm saying. You're gonna make me give myself a good talking to. I look for you in old Honolulu, San Francisco, Rastabula. You're gonna have to leave me now, I know. But I'll see you in the sky above, in the tall grass and the ones I love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Yeah, I'll see you in the sky above, in the tall grass and the ones I love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Mr. Bob Dylan.
Nice one, Tom.
Great, thank you, Bob and Tom. Okay, and it really needs a Les Barker rewrite of you. You're going to make me loathsome. But let's leave that. Okay, I'm now pausing the.
Right, I'll get myself a note. Yeah, this is really, I did Bob Dylan last week and I'm doing Martin Carty this week, and it's not one of his songs, as brilliant as they are. This is one I know he likes, and even though he probably won't listen into this, I know he would like it. This is a version of The Dark-Eyed Sailor from Charlotte Reynolds, who is Vic Legg's auntie, and they are travellers from Cornwall and around that area. So this is The Dark-Eyed Sailor. It's of a... Oh, I'll start again. It's of a comely young maiden fair, walked out one night for to take the air. She met with a sailor all on her way, and to them I paid attention. And to them I paid attention to hear what they might say. Says William, lady, why roam alone? For the night has come and the day's near done. She said whilst tears from her eyes did fall, it's my dark-eyed sailor. It's my dark-eyed sailor that proves of my downfall. It's 3 long years since he's left this land. I took a gold ring all from my hand. We broke the token and a part for me. But now the others rolling. Now the others rolling at the bottom of the sea. Says William, drive him now from your mind. Another sailor as good you'll find. These words they sent her fond heart in flame. She said, on me you shall play no game. Oh, God, that was ridiculous. Sorry about this. She drew a dagger and thus did cry, it's for my dark-eyed sailor, for my dark-eyed sailor, a maid I'll live and die. His jet black eyes and his curly hair, and his pleasant tongue did my heart ensnare. Pleasant and kind, not a skulk like you, to try to entice a maiden, to try to entice a maiden, to slight the jacket blue. It's out the ring then young William drew. She seemed distressed amidst joy and woe, saying, welcome, William, all land and gold is for my dark-eyed sailor, for my dark-eyed sailor, all manly, true and bold. Down in the village, down by the sea, they live in wedlock and happy be. So girls, be true while your love's away, for often a cloudy morning, often a cloudy morning brings on a sunshine day. Sorry about that, went up in the middle.
Thanks, Bob. Yeah, I was not expecting a happy ending somehow. Good stuff. Okay, over to Gwyneth now, and then let's hear from Marty Stock.
Right, this definitely doesn't have a happy ending, so hopefully that'll make up for the happy one before. This is a song by Charles Chilton called Found Dying in the Streets. I have changed the tune slightly because it was very nearly the same and I couldn't learn the differences. So, see yonder stands a trembling form in sorrow, grief and woe. Her cheeks were once like roses red, but now they're like the snow. She struggles on from day to day to gain her daily bread, to keep her widowed mother dear. All friends but her are dead. She worked her fingers to the bone, so young and yet so fair. There's many a wealthy tempter tried to draw her in his snare. 'Tis such as her we meet each day, forsaken and dead-beat. They find for them a pauper's grave when found dying in the street. She's but a milliner, poor thing. She works hard night and day. She's young and handsome too. Please God protect her on her way. Hard work is killing that poor girl, forgotten by the gay. She's insulted in the London streets as onward she wends away. There came one rich and wealthy man who deceived her with his smile. He won her mother's side. He'd no pity for her child. She was tempted by his flattery. He spoke with words so sweet. There is many a poor fond sister dear found dying in the streets. It almost broke her mother's heart to see her daughter dear. In rags she wandered through the streets, but alas, her time was near. One day, poor girl, they brought her home. She scarce could draw her breath. They laid her by her mother's side. She was marked by the hand of death. To the poor house then they took away her darling little child. It looked up in the stranger's face, with its little features smiled. That poor girl, she gave a sigh and kissed her babe so dear. There is many a poor girl found dying in the streets like her. wasted form away, straight to a pauper's grave. May our Father in his mercy watch and her offspring save. That little darling was too young to know its mother's shame. She was left to die by him she loved, though he had wealth and fame. Her aged mother too soon died, she was mouldering in the clay. The little orphan left alone in silence for to pray. May she live a life of happiness with her angel face so sweet, not share her dear mother's fate, found dying in the street.
Love the harmony. Well sung, well sung.
Yeah. It's a very sad song.
Absolutely. The tune that says music by Charles Chilton was so very nearly exactly the same tune, which I already sing to another song. So it was just impossible to change it. The odd few notes.
You were right, Gwyneth. That wasn't very cheerful, but good to hear nevertheless. Okay, Marty, what do you have for us? And after Marty, could we have Pal Carter, please?
This is a song, it struck me that of all the annoying earworms, songs that go over and over in your head, this one I don't mind. It's just so pleasant, but it's called Waterbound. I went out late one night, moon and stars were shining bright. Storm come up and the trees come down. Tell you boys I was waterbound. Waterbound on a stranger's shore. River rising to my door. Carried my home to the field below. Waterbound, nowhere to go. Carved my name on an old barn wall. No one would know I was there at all. Stables dry on a winter night. You turn your head, you could see the light. Black cat crawling on an old box car. Rusty door and a falling star. Ain't got a dime in my ration sack, waterbound and I can't get back. I'm gone and I won't be back. Don't believe me, count my tracks. River's long and the river's wide. I'll meet you boys on the other side. Say my name and don't forget. The water still ain't got me yet. Nothing but I'm bound to roam. Water bound and I can't get home. I went out late one night. The moon and stars were shining bright. Storm come up and the trees come down. Tell you boys I was water bound. Tell you boys I was water bound.
Well, I guess that will be this week's earworm for a number of people. So we can do a survey next week to see how many people had it going all in their heads all week. Yeah, great stuff, Marty. Thank you. Over now to Pal, followed by Paddy. Paddy Hannon.
Okay. Spancel Hill. Haven't done it for ages. Last night as I lay dreaming of pleasant days gone by, my mind being bent on rambling, to Ireland's isle did fly. I stepped on board a vision and I followed with a will, and I came at last to anchor at the cross of Spancel Hill. Delighted by the novelty, enchanted by the scene, wherein my early boyhood so often I had been. I thought I heard a murmur, and I think I hear it still. It's the little stream of water that flows down Spancel Hill. To amuse a passing fancy, I lay down on the ground, where all my school companions they shortly gathered round. When we were home returning, we danced with right good will to Martin Moynan's music at the cross at Spancel Hill. It being on the 23rd, the day before the fair, when Ireland's sons and daughters in crowds assembled there, the young, the old, the brave, the bold, they came to sport and kill. There were curious combinations at the cross at Spancel Hill. I went to see my neighbours, to hear what they might say. The old ones were all dead and gone, the young ones turning grey. I met with a tailor quickly, he's as bold as ever still. Sure he used to make my breeches when I lived in Spancel Hill. I paid a flying visit to my first and only love. She's white as any lily and as gentle as a dove. She threw her arms around me, saying, Johnny, I love you still. Oh, she's Mac the ranger's daughter and the pride of Spancel Hill. I dreamed I stood and kissed her as in the days of yore. She said, Johnny, you're only joking, as many's the time before. The cock crew in the morning, He grew both loud and shrill, and I woke in California, many miles from Spancel Hill.
Yay! Yay! Good to wake up in California.
That'd be good.
You can dream about that. Lovely stuff, pal. That was fantastic. Okay, over now to Paddy, and then could we have Declan Coyne, please?
I thought I would do one from the repertoire of the Copper family, who live down here on the south coast of England. It's Come Write Me Down, or sometimes known as the wedding song. Come write me down, ye powers above, the man that first created love. For I've a diamond in my eye, wherein all my joys and comfort lie. Wherein all my joys and comfort lie. I will give you gold, I will give you pearl, if you could fancy me, dear girl. Rich costly robes that you shall wear, if you can fancy me, my dear. If you can fancy me, my dear. 'Tis not your gold shall me entice to leave off pleasures to be a wife. For I don't mean nor intend at all to be at any young man's call. To be at any young man's call. And go your way, you scornful dame, since you've proved false, I will prove the same. For it's I shall seek, and I shall find some other fair maid to my mind. Some other fair maid to my mind. Oh, stay, young man, don't be in haste. You seem afraid your time you will waste. Let reason rule your roving mind, and unto you I will prove kind. And unto you I will prove kind. So to church they went that very next day, and were married for asking, as I've heard say. And now this girl, she is his wife, she will prove his comfort day and night. He will prove her comfort day and night. Wedding song.
Love that song.
I don't know. It's really
Not like Russian, really. Not an hour.
That's an old favourite. Thank you, Paddy. Okay, it's over to Declan now, who appears to be in the Wild West, as far as I can tell. Where on earth are you, Declan? And after Declan, could we have Deirdre, please?
Yeah, I'm outdoors. My wife was busy painting all day, and I hate the smell of paint inside in the house. So I had to scarp her out the back. I'm going to sing a song that was published on a broadside in Glasgow in 1857. But we like to claim it here in Roscommon as a Roscommon song because there is a place called Easter Snow in North Roscommon. And I live in a place called Dysart, which Dysart knew that there was an Anglicization of Dysart knew that, which is known as Hermitage. And Dysart knew that kind of became Easter Snow with Anglicization. And the guy who wrote the tune actually came from Dysart, where I live. He was a blind piper named Jimmy Fallon. So I'm going to attempt this. I haven't sung it before that I remember, but people tell me I did sing it. But we'll have a go. In the twilight of the morning, as I rode out along the dew, with my morning cloak around me, intending for my flocks to view. 'Twas there I spied a fair maid, her beauty shone so clear and bright, and I took her for Diana fair, or the evening star that ruled the night. I was so much surprised by her, it being so early in the day, to see so sweet a creature tripping over the hills from sweet Lochray. Her snowy breast lay naked, her cheeks they were a rosy red, and my heart was captivated by the two dark eyes rolling in her head. I stepped up to this fair maid, I said my joy and heart's delight, I am much enamored all by your killing beauty bright. So to ease my love sick passion, if you consent and with me go, I will roll you in my morning cloak and take you home with me to Easter Snow. Come sit you down, my pretty one. Come sit you down a while by me, and whisper softly to me, if you and I could both agree. She modestly made our parents, I'll do the same. And if both our parents give consent, sure you and I, love, will bear no blame. Jeanette.
Yeah,
I think actually listening up.
also you read.
Fantastic.
I know.
Super.
Lovely stuff, Declan. Thank you. Over now to Deirdre, and then could we hear from David Harbord, please?
So I'm going to regret this, but maybe the audience will regret it more. I'm not sure. But somebody sang a very sad song in Spanish earlier this evening. And so I'm going to sing a Sephardic song that I learned from my friend Danny Elias. So the Spanish goes back to 1492 when the Jews were kicked out of Spain. And fortunately, Danny's not here to correct my 15th century Spanish, and my mother is not here to correct my pronunciation. So the gist of it is basically, she's going to throw herself into the ocean and kill herself because he doesn't love her anymore, and she has a child out of wedlock, and it's a very typical song. Yo me acuerdo de aquella noche cuando la luna me engañó. Tú me deciste amor por siempre y ahora me abandonas por otra mujer. ¿Quién me va a querer a mí? ¿Quién me va a querer a mí? Sabiendo que yo te quiero y yo me muero de amor por ti. Un filho tengo muy bien, lo saben, que en la miseria lo fui hacer. Entonces fui yo desgraciada, hasta mi madre me abandona. ¿Quién me va a querer a mí? ¿Quién me va a querer a mí? Sabiendo que yo te quiero y yo me muero de amor por ti. Mañana a la noche a la mar salida, yo con mi filho me voy a ir para echar todos mis pecados, porque yo sé que me voy a morir. ¿Quién me va a querer a mí? ¿Quién me va a querer a mí? Sabiendo que yo te quiero y yo me muero de amor por ti. Ven mañana por la mañana, ven mañana, amor, mi amor. Ven mañana por la mañana, ven si me puede decir adiós. ¿Quién me va a querer a mí? ¿Quién me va a querer a mí? Sabiendo que yo te quiero y yo me muero de amor por ti. The chorus is, who will want me knowing that I'm going to kill myself for you? And when Danny Elias sang it in Florida for the Sephardic Federation of Palm Beach County, and he said, who's going to want me? A little old lady in the front row said, I do. But can you drive at night?
Can you drive at night? Lovely song, great story, thank you. I managed to understand some of it as well, so thanks for your mispronunciations if they were. Okay, David Harbord and then Kate Portal. It would be really good if we could hear you.
There you go. There we are. I first heard the famous octogenarian when I was about 15. So I've been listening to him now for had him on for 60 years, just short of 60 years. And I shall sing one of his songs. Now, I'm not sure what this will sound like because I haven't played one of these on Zoom before, but can you hear it all right? Right. Horace Brown, he lived on the outside of town. Horace Brown, he lived on the outside of town with his wife and 5 children and his cabin broken down. He looked for work and money and he walked a ragged mile. He looked for work and money and he walked a ragged mile. The children are so hungry, they don't know how to smile. Your baby's eyes look crazy, they're tugging at your sleeve. Your baby's eyes look crazy, they're tugging at your sleeve. You walk the floor and you wonder why with every breath you breathe. The rats have got your flower, that bloody got your mess. The rats have got your flower, that bloody got your mess. Is there anybody knows? Is there anybody cares? You pray to the Lord above, oh please send you a friend. You pray to the Lord above, oh please send you a friend. But your empty pockets tell you you ain't got no friend. Your baby's crying louder now, it's pounding on your brain. Your baby's crying louder now, it's pounding on your brain. Your wife screams of stabbing you like dirty driving rain. Your grass is turning black and there's no water in the well. The grass is turning black as there's no water in your well. You spent your last lone dollar on 7 shotgun shells. Way out in the wilderness, a cold coyote calls. Way out in the wilderness, a cold coyote calls. Your eyes fixed on the shotgun hanging on the wall. Your brain is a bleeding and your legs can't seem to stand. Your brain is a bleeding and your legs can't seem to stand. Your eyes fixed on the shotgun that you're holding in your hand. There's 7 breezes blowing all around your cabin door. There's 7 breezes blowing all around your cabin door. 7 shots ring out like the ocean's pounding roar. There's 7 people dead on the South Dakota farm. There's 7 people dead on the South Dakota farm. Somewhere in the distance, there's 7 new people born.
Good stuff, Dave. Loving the accompaniment. Okay, it's Kate now, and then over to Racker Donnelly.
Okay, can you hear me?
Certainly can.
Hey, well, I've sung this many times before. There are lots of nice houses down our street. Houses what are very clean and neat. There's houses what are small. Houses what are tall. Houses what ain't really houses at all. Well, our house is the first house. And then comes a Mr. Waterhouse's house. After Waterhouse's house and our house, then comes Waterhouse's daughter's house. And after Waterhouse's daughter's house, there's a picture house, a public house, a slaughterhouse. And in case you want to know, the last house of the row is everybody's house, 'cause it's the workhouse. There's a nice house, belongs to Mr. Whitehouse. It's got water running round it like a lighthouse. Then there's number 24. Well, that's the number on the door. The trouble is, you can hardly tell the ceiling from the floor. Well, our house is the first house, and then comes a Mr. Waterhouse's house. After Waterhouse's house and our house, then comes Mr. Waterhouse's daughter's house. And after Waterhouse's daughter's house, there's a picture house, a public house, a slaughterhouse. And in case you want to know, the last house of the road is everybody's house, 'cause it's the workhouse. When the landlord come round for rent on rent day, you should hear what all the people have to say. He was in the strife, running for his wife. Life, White House chased him with a carving knife. Well, our house is the first house, and then comes a Mr. Waterhouse's house. Don't know why I'm not joining in the chorus. After Waterhouse's house and our house, then comes Waterhouse's daughter's house. And after Waterhouse's daughter's house, there's a picture house, a public house, a slaughterhouse. And in case you want to know, the last house of the road is everybody's house, 'cause it's the workhouse. There you go.
Lots of fun, Kate. Thank you. And we don't often hear Allan joining in, so extra bonus. Okay, over now to Rackin and then David Diamond, please.
Okay, you can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, can hear you fine.
Oh, good. There's total agreement in Ireland that the greatest poem ever written on the island, or certainly the greatest story poem, was by a poet, a farmer. He thought of himself as a flax farmer, and he was contemporary with another flax farmer, Robbie Burns. And I think that the two men were of equal quality. They were both geniuses. They were both amazing. A difference between them is that Robbie Burns produced an enormous amount in his short life, and Brian Merriman, being like most Irish people, very self-contained and reasonable, produced just the one poem, but it was the best one ever written on the island. So I do a kind of tribute, travestation of it, and his is called Courtin Van Ihe, the Midnight Court, and I call my version Midnight Mare. In the merry month of May, walking by water as is my way, light my heart as the light of day. Brock the badger doing his rounds, Comrade Reynard foxing the hounds, mountains craning for a better view. All the birds saying, how do you do? The larrikin, the lark, and the blue kazoo, every bird bar the cruel cuckoo. Never a sign of a bull or a boar, my head still flying from the night before. I was so wide awake, I fell asleep and spied a horror to make you weep. A crag of a hag who cried, ahoy, you're for the high jump bachelor boy. In a sack on the back of that midnight mare, I was galloped across the county Clare, then through a quag of mire and sludge, till I'm up in front of a lady judge. By the bench, a winsome wench moans in a tone would break your heart. The men of Ireland aren't worth a fart. With their dicing, drinking and dirty sniggers, mocking us girls and our gorgeous figures. Gutless drunks in a footless fog can't even manage a decent snog. And they'd rather be dead than wed unless we've gold beneath the bed. All I crave is a little child and a guy to take me up the aisle. She smiled, a shy, beguiling smile. Shite and onions, an old man cried. Hold your whisht, said Mrs. Judge. Hold on, your honour, the lassie lied. I'm an O'Connor, I'll not budge. That cheating grin of little Miss Cuteness conceals the sin of dissoluteness. Trust a woman, I'd sooner choke. Hark to what's coming, me heart is broke. Ha, these gorgeous Lucretia Borgias, coming between Mr. and mattress, misbehaving like Cleopatra's. For when I married my blushing bride, she'd some other guy's springy sprog inside. They're all at it. The truth I'll tell. Sweaty Betty, Jolly Molly, Juicy Lucy, Bendy Wendy from Knockavana, Creamy Mimi, Flighty Aphrodite, not forgetting Rattly Natalie and her from hell, Nutcracker Nell. God help your wife, said the gorgeous girl. She hoisted an oyster without the pearl, a crock of bones who can't evoke harmonious moans, so he takes it out on his dozing dame who dreams of a lover worth the name who'd blow the weary world away. Ole, 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 ole. Then verging on despair, the jaded maiden calls out, where is a crowing cock of the rare old stock, a joy of a boy, firm as a rock, soft as a feather, a change of weather, a mighty mate, lay man nor simmering celibate, roll up for a roll in Kiss Me Kate. Now, said the judge, our final word, we find the state of things absurd. These men must burn, must turn on a spit until they submit, until they commit and split their precious patrimony in the blessed estate of matrimony. Every man, whether priest or beast, shall cut the cake at the wedding feast. It's the hag for you, boy. Your turn to sup the dutiful juice of the marriage cup. Then I woke up. Happy ending. There you go.
Hey, got Racker.
Oh, no, this is the
Yeah.
announcement.
Took an average.
I did. My husband's got no courage in him.
I don't know how you. I don't know how you do it, Racker. Amazing stuff.
Thing I wrote for.
Okay, it's over now to David Diamond and then Mary Hogan, please.
Okay, is my sound working?
Yep.
Oh, that's good because it wasn't at one time today. Good enough. There's a reason for this song. Or one of the reasons. There's two reasons for it, Brooke. The one I'll tell you about is that yesterday I received a package from Amazon, which contained no less than 480 tea bags, which I thought was very nice of them. I had ordered them, but they were the wrong kind. So I didn't want them. So I called up Amazon and they were very kind and said, oh, well, throw them away and we'll give you the money back, which I thought was exceedingly kind. And but I'm not going to throw them away, but I'm going to sing a song about tea bags, which I've sung once here before, but it once won a prize in a new sea shanty contest, so it's worth it. I dreamed I had a cup of tea. Tea bags away, my John. The way that coppers used to be. Tea bags away. Go, love, and put the kettle on. Tea bags away, my John. Don't let the kettle boil too long. Tea bags away. And don't forget to warm the pot. Tea bags away, my John. I won't have tea if it's not hot. Tea bags away. The tea we had when I was young. Tea bags away, my John. Was twice as good, 3 times as strong. Tea bags away. Now pour the tea. Hey, now pour the tea. Too late. Anyway. Yes. Okay.
Are you carrying on, David, or is that it?
I'll carry it on. No, there's another verse. Now pour the tea. But what is this? Tea bags away, my John. You call this tea? It tastes like tea bags away. The moral now is very clear. Tea bags away, my John. Shun tea in bags and stick to beer. Tea bags away.
A motto to live by.
A really good sea shanty.
Lots of fun, David. Great stuff. Okay, over to you now, Mary. And after Mary, could we hear from Johnny Johnston, please? Are you with us, Mary?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, this song has a bit of tin whistle in it, so I hope the whistle comes across okay. I haven't tried it on Zoom before. Right, so it's a song I wrote myself, and it's called Earth Song, Earth as in planet Earth.
Mother Earth, hear our song, hear our song. You are our home, and to you we belong. One of your children underneath the sun. One of your children, ah, ah. Oh, Mother Earth, it is wrong, it is wrong. The human avarice has troubled you too long. So many creatures live and do no harm. So many creatures, ah, ah. Oh, Mother Earth, you are strong, you are strong. Oh, Mother Earth, we are many, you are one. Yet you continue, even if we have gone, making new creatures, ah, ah, ah. Oh, Mother Earth, hear our song, hear our song. You are our home, and to you we belong. One of your children underneath the sun. One of your children, ah, ah, ah. Jeanne.
Good night.
Thanks, Mary. Great stuff. Okay, John Johnson now, and then Heather Preston, please.
Thanks, Amanda. I'd like to sing a song. There's a film about it. It's called The Wind That Shakes the Barley. So it's from, can you hear me, yeah? Good, thanks. In the 1798 rebellion, okay? So it was written by Robert Dwyer Joyce in the mid 1800s, okay? And I suppose the significance of The Wind That Shakes the Barley, a lot of the rebels, the croppies as they were called, they carried the barley and the oats in their pockets when they were on the hoof, as it were, or on the move. And then when they were killed, they were buried in mass graves. But the barley represents the imperishable will of the Irish. It would come again in the spring and bloom again. So the wind that shakes the barley. I sat within the valley green. I sat beside my true love. My fond heart strove the two between the old love and the new love. The old for her, the new that made me think of Ireland dearly, and join the brave united man. While soft winds shook the barley, while sad I kissed away her tears, her fond arms round me clinging, a foeman's shot burst on our ears. From out the wild was ringing, and bullet pierced my true love's side. in life's young spring so early, and on my breast in blonde she died, while soft winds shook the barley. I bore her to some mountain stream, and many's the summer blossom I bore with branches soft and green all o'er her still-stained bosom. I knelt and kissed her clay cold lips, then I ran o'er vale and valley, my vengeance on the foe to wreak, while soft winds shook the barley. And blood for blood without remorse, I've ta'en a tool or tallow, and I've laid my true love's clay cold corpse, where mine full soon will follow. I wander drear o'er the mountain clear, noon and night and a morn and early, with breaking heart whene'er I hear the wind that shakes the barley. God bless them all.
Beautifully sung.
Lovely stuff, John. Good to hear you again. I don't think we've heard you for a while. Okay, so Heather Preston is our next singer. I was going to call Chris Carpenter, but he's disappeared, and I don't know if there's any way to get him back. So if Chris doesn't reappear, then it will be Helen after Heather. So over to you now, Heather.
Okay, thank you for giving me a little time to follow that. Good grief. I love that one. I sing it too, but I love your sustain. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, something a little... It's also about death, but it's much lighter. All right. Well, homeward bound one night on the deep, swinging in my hammock I fell asleep. I dreamed a dream and I thought it true, concerning Franklin and his gallant crew. With 100 seamen he sailed away, crossed frozen ocean in the month of May, to seek a passage all around the pole, where we poor sailors do sometimes go. Through cruel hardships they vainly strove, their ships on mountains of ice were drove. Only the Eskimo in his skin canoe was the only one to e'er come through. In Baffin Bay, where the whalefish blow, The fate of Franklin no man may know. The fate of Franklin no tongue can tell. Where Lord Franklin and his crew do dwell. Now I mourn and it gives me pain. For my long lost Franklin I would cross the main. 10,000 pounds would I freely give to say on earth Franklin do live. Thank you, Sinead.
Very nice, very nice.
Lovely stuff, Heather. Was that an auto harp? Yeah, auto harp. Okay. So there's a disturbing message from Deirdre about Chris's peanut butter eating, which is a real shame. I was looking forward to hearing him sing. Is there anything? Can he drink a glass of water or something and come back?
I think he'd have to have scotch in order, and then he wouldn't be able to sing at all. I think we'll just have to catch him the next time.
Okay, that's such a shame. Okay, in that case, it's Helen, and then we shall have James Eagle, and I think that will be just time. We'll finish a tiny little bit early, possibly, or you might both sing very long songs. So James, Helen, and then James to close the evening.
Sorry, there was a mistake in terms of my asking to sing. I put my hand up in order to be able to talk during the break. I'm keeping in touch with you by my computer and also my iPhone. I've been going back and forth between two different places. So I'm not prepared to sing a song. I could, if you take the other person first, I could find a poem to recite.
Okay, James was going to do a finisher, I think. So in that case, I don't know. I think we have maybe room for somebody else to, if you quickly.
I don't want people really prepare. And
Yeah.
I didn't prepare for today, so
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
want to just sing something. But
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we have anyone who has something else that they would like to give us now before James sings? Go on. Must be somebody prepared
You want
to
me
give
to
us
sing
another
something?
song. Yeah,
want me
Kate, are you volunteering? Have you got another song? Go for it.
Yeah. Martin Carthy kind of number. John Blunt. There was an old couple lived under the hill. Blunt it was their name. Oh, they had good beer and ale for to sell, and it caused a wonderful fame. Oh, John Blunt and his wife, they drank of the drink till they could drink no more. Oh, they went upstairs and went up to bed and forgot to bar the door. Oh, so they a bargain made. They did strong and sure, oh, that the first of them to speak the first word would go down and bar the door. Oh, and then came travellers three, travelling in the night. Oh, no house, no home, no fire had they, nor yet no candlelight. Oh, they went to his cellar, they drank of his drink till they could drink no more. Oh, and never a word could the old couple speak for fear who would bar the door. Oh, they went to his larder, they ate of his food till they could eat no more. Oh, and never a word did the old couple speak for fear who would bar the door. Oh, they went upstairs, they went to his room, and they broke down the door, oh, but never a word did the old couple speak for fear who would bar the door, oh. They hauled his wife all out of her bed and laid her on the floor, oh, and up got poor John Blunted his bed, for he could stand no more, oh. You've eaten me food, you've drunken me drink, you laid me wife on the floor, oh. John Blunt, she said, you spoke the first word, go down and bar the door, oh.
Late now, there
Nicely done, Kate, and with gusto. Okay, it is over then to James to close the evening. We're making up for the times when we've gone over. So James, please take us away. And but before he does, just thanks to Livy on the mute button. Thanks to David for collating the list of songs. Thanks to everybody for being here. And what a fantastic evening of songs and music. Big on accompaniment tonight as well. That was great. So yeah, thank you everybody, and see you all soon. James, take it away.
Well, here's one you can join in with. In faded photo like a dream, a locomotive under steam rolls with ranks of marching feet and Union banners in the street. Bring out the banners once again, you Union women, Union men, that all around may plainly see the power of our unity. I've seen those banners richly made, symbols fair of craft and trade, the Union's names in red and gold, their aspirations printed bold. Bring out the banners once again, you Union women, Union men, that all around may plainly see the power of our unity. Boiler makers, smiths and cooks, stevedores with cargo hooks, declare their union stout and strong. Rank on rank before the throng, bring out the banners once again, you Union women, Union men, that all around may plainly see the power of our unity. They won the 8-hour working day, they won our right to honest pay. Victorious their banners shone, how dare we lose what they have won? Bring out the banners once again, you Union women, Union men, that all around may plainly see the power of our unity. Today, when those who rule divide, we must be standing side by side. Our rights were bought with tears and pain. Bring out the banners once again. Bring out the banners once again. You Union women, Union men, that all around may plainly see the power of our unity. Bring out the banners once again, you Union women, Union men, that all around may plainly see the power of our unity.
Well sung, well sung.
Right.
Well done, mate.
Right, good choice of song.
Man.